Hello loves, welcome back. Today we're doing a full face of Essence makeup, which I'm so excited about because they make some of my favorite products. And what I love about Essence is that the majority of things that they have are under $10 or $10 and under. But honestly, a lot of stuff is like $5.99, $6.99. It's crazy. So we're gonna do a full face, testing it all out. I've already tried a lot of these things, but I do have a couple of new things in here. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it and do some glam. First product we're gonna try out is a new brow gel. This is the Fix It Like a Boss Transparent Brow Fixing Gel. And apparently this gives maximum hold. So we're gonna test it out. I did fill in my brows, but I haven't fluffed them up yet. So let's see. First impressions, there's a really big wand. I typically like something a little bit smaller for the brows, but I'm not totally mad about it if the formula is good. So I like to take the product and apply the majority of it in the inner part of my brows and then just fluff up the rest of my brows very lightly. I don't really feel like this has any sort of hold. First impressions, the formula feels really watery, and even when you're applying it, it kind of just goes on like a clear mascara or like a clear brow gel. Doesn't really feel like it has a lot of hold. So usually after I apply my regular brow gel, I will just take my finger and press my brows down so that they really keep that laminated effect. And this is what really gives you the hold, is pressing your brows down with any brow gel that you use. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna do much. It just feels like a very liquidy type of brow gel. Like there isn't really a lot of hold. I already kind of figured just based on the formula of it. So I don't think that this really compares to those laminated brow products. Just to show you, for instance, this is the one from Rare Beauty. You can kind of see the product on the tip of the wand, how it's a little bit thicker. I'm gonna just do a little bit of the one from Rare because I like a little fluffy brow moment. So the brow gel is not my favorite. Personally, I prefer something a little bit thicker with a little extra hold, but it does say on here that you can actually use this to fix any hair around your hairline. So any little baby hairs, you can just use this for that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just put this in my purse because I don't really love it for the brows, but we could use it for those little baby hairs. So that's good. Let's prime the lids now. I picked up the Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base. This is a universal shade primer. I always love going in with a regular eye primer. I feel like either you do or you just use concealer. I do use concealer sometimes, but I love a good eyeshadow base. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, okay, it's like totally clear, which is not bad. So it's completely transparent. There is no color to this, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I do prefer a little bit of a tint with my eye primers, just so that it actually conceals the lids and makes them look just nice and even and smooth. I'm gonna take a little bit of this contouring duo that I have here, and I'm gonna use the lightest shade just to set that down a little bit. It does feel a little bit tacky. This, by the way, I'm gonna use later on to contour my nose because it's a nice cool tone shade. Now, today's look is gonna be really easy. I wanna do like a brown smoky eye. So I'm gonna start off with the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzer Palette. This is one of my all-time favorites. I love the quality, the formula. I love the big pan sizes. I feel like this is just a good go-to palette, but you can also double up and use them as eyeshadows, which is nice. So I'm gonna start off with the two colors up top, and I'm gonna put them in my crease. I'm also gonna just fluff it all over the lids. These are just the perfect warm soft brown shades, and they're so pigmented and smooth. This palette's like $10 too, which is amazing because you literally get 4 bronzers for the price of one. This is going to be the easiest eye look that anybody can do, and you just can't go wrong with bronzer in the crease. It's just the go-to for anything. Now I only recommend this palette if you like a warm bronzer, because you can see it is very kind of orangey based. This is pretty much going to be the star of the show. I'm a little nervous to try it out, but I think it's going to be good. But this is the Luminous Eye Tint. It's a liquid eyeshadow, and I picked up the color Glowing Cocoa. Just like a gorgeous deep brown bronze shade. I have not tried any of these, so I only got one to see. I'm going to just put this all over the lid. So with these, you can either put it with the applicator, which let's try that first, or you could always apply it with a separate like flat shader brush. I think I'm gonna put the color down first and then do a little blending with the brush just to spread the product out a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. I know it looks scary. Trust the process. Oh wow, these do dry down pretty fast, so you have to work quickly. I feel like I need to take a little bit more product right here. I don't want to bring it too far up, but yeah, you have to work fast. Okay, Essence. I wish it didn't dry as fast, but I feel like typically with liquid eyeshadows, that's kind of the case. You have to work fast, or then it's just gonna dry and you're not gonna be able to blend it. Just take a little bit extra product right around the edges. Eesh, actually, even I'm trying to trust the process and I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm gonna just kind of blend the edges a little bit so that this looks more diffused and blended. Let's try this. I'm gonna take this darker brown in the bronzer palette and I'm gonna try to just kind of blend that out a little bit because I really like this color, but whenever you do a really dark color like this, you need to diffuse the edges of it because otherwise it's just gonna look crazy. Like it's gonna look like you just painted a big brown blob on your lids and it's just not gonna look good. So just blend away. And you could do this with any brown eyeshadow around the edges, and that already makes such a difference. I know it looks really smoky and dark and crazy, but once the rest of the makeup look comes together, it will come together. So with these, I feel like as long as you work quickly, you can make it work. And I definitely recommend working one eye at a time so that you can really perfect the blend and the smokiness, because if you just put this on and then move on to the next eye, this is gonna dry like that and you don't want that. So apply and blend quickly. Because imagine if I just leave it like this, like look at the difference between those. Like this just looks so much more wearable. So Essence has these little mini eyeshadow palettes. They're 6-pan palettes. I have used these before. I haven't tried these before, but I figured, you know what? I have a brown eyeshadow in here that I could also use to blend because it's a little bit darker. So this one is in Bronzed This Way. So you get usually 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. I don't think these are the most amazing affordable palettes, but I think for the price, you can definitely make them work. You do have to take your time and blend with these a little bit more based on the other shades that I did try. But I think they're cute, like little beginner friendly palettes. You also get a mirror, which is nice. But I'm gonna use a little bit of this brown color in there just to blend this side out a little bit more because it's giving me a little bit more of a hard time than the other side. There we go, yeah. Actually, that color was pretty pigmented. Taking a little bit more of the liquid shadow just to bring a little lightness on the lids with my flat brush. Because with the blending, I feel like you kind of lose some of that sheen. All right. Okay, I like these, but they dry really fast, so you have to be careful because they can look really crazy really quick. But I do like the color. They come in other shades as well. Maybe I'll try some of the lighter shades. Let's move into mascara. I love Essence mascaras. I think they make some of the best at the drugstore, and I feel like either you love them or you don't, but I really love them. So my Lash Princess is one of my #1 favorites. They have a couple different versions of this. This one is the curl and volume. I love the regular Lash Princess. They also have a waterproof version, but this one's really good. It kind of has a little bit of a curved wand and it just gives some good volume and length. I love this formula, so this is a good one. I also love the I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. This gives lots of volume, lots of thickness. It's a very black mascara, which I really like. I think I'm actually going to use this one today because we need a good dark mascara with this dark smoky eye, but this one is fabulous if you love a good voluminous mascara. And then this is a newer favorite. I'm not going to use this one today, maybe on the lower lashes, but just because I want a black mascara, but this is the brown version. It's the Lash Without Limits mascara. This gives crazy length and separation. I need to get this in black because I do love the brown version, but it's a really nice, soft, flexible wand. And I just love what it does to my lashes, especially my lower lashes. This is really good. So let's go in with the Extreme Crazy Volume mascara today. I'm gonna do a false lash because we need it with this look. Comment down below if you guys have tried Essence, what your favorite product is from the brand. For me, I'm gonna have to go with the highlighter. If you know, you know. We're gonna talk about that later, but highlighter and I think mascaras, they just really do it for me. Also, pretty much all of their mascaras are $4.99, which is insane. So I just put on some lashes. I went in with the Bare Affair lashes from Kiss. These are from the My Lash But Better line. I picked these up at Walmart. I think I like these. They're a little bit more voluminous than my Kiss number 11s, but I think they're perfect with this look. So cool, let's move into the skin now. So I'm gonna start off with primer, of course. I love a good gripping primer, and Essence actually has a really good one. This one's nice and hydrating. It's the Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer. These kinds of primers are my favorite because they're one of those primers where I actually notice a difference with my makeup, and I think there's a lot of good gripping primers at the drugstore, e.l.f., NYX, and this one is actually even more affordable than them all. But what's nice about it is that it goes on kind of like a serum, and then as it absorbs into the skin and when it actually settles, it leaves that tacky base, but it's not too sticky. It's like a very lightweight grippy primer. Now that that has settled in, going in with foundation, I tried this foundation I guess at this point 2 years ago, and I didn't love it, but I got another shade and I'm willing to give it another chance because so many people love this. I think the shades could be better. The undertones, everything, it's just not the best. It's a very warm, like yellowy kind of foundation, but this is the Keep Me Covered Long Lasting Foundation. I've seen people compare this to the Makeup by Mario foundation, which I can kind of see. I really didn't love that one either. The thing with these is I think they look good when you first apply them, but they don't wear the best throughout the day. That's what the experience I had with this foundation. But like I said, I'm willing to give it another chance because it's affordable. I love a good affordable foundation. So many people love it. But I will say, I do miss, I like the packaging by the way, but I miss the Pretty Natural foundation from Essence. I thought that one was so nice. And I don't think they make it anymore, but it kind of gives skin tint vibes. But it had really nice coverage, and I really loved that foundation more than this one. But let's go in and blend it out and see what it looks like. So with this, it's a silky, lightweight foundation with a matte finish, medium to high coverage for up to 16 hours. Okay, well, first of all, the color that I got, which by the way is in 100 Natural Ochre, looks way better than the first shade that I ever used. It was so yellow, but a lot of the foundations that they have, like the color, it does run pretty yellowy. So just a little FYI. Okay, why does that look amazing? I think it went on really nicely over that primer. Wow, it's actually really pretty. It does have a little bit of a soft matte finish, but it doesn't feel too drying, which is nice. I think actually compared to the Makeup by Mario foundation, this one is not as dewy, at least today. Why do I feel like this was more hydrating the last time that I used it? I think it really comes down to skin prep, but it actually looks amazing. And I think this is a really good color match for me. It's a little bit yellow and warm, but I still think it looks good actually. Wow, okay. I'm gonna have to see how this wears, but I think it looks really pretty right now. I like the coverage. I like the finish. I like the way it feels. I didn't use too much, which is good. I think that always helps. So let's move into concealer. This I did not love, and I feel like it just creased or something on me. I honestly don't really remember. That's why I do like sometimes to give products another chance. Wait a little bit, maybe try them again, because everything works differently, I feel like, for everybody, but also sometimes your opinions can change after some time with the product. Okay, this is way too light. This one is in, the shades on the concealer is not that good. The foundation, I feel like it's a little bit more doable, but the concealer shades are just not it. I don't even know what color this one is in, but it says buildable medium coverage, creamy texture. When it comes to drugstore concealers, I'm just still obsessed with the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. I just feel like you cannot go wrong with that one. I don't think this gives a ton of coverage. It is really creamy, but I'm definitely liking the way the foundation looks today more than the concealer. Like, it's not bad, but maybe it's just the color too that's throwing me off. It is nice and hydrating though, but I think for all that, like I said, you might as well just get the NYX concealer serum. I think what's nice about that one too is that a little bit goes such a long way, and you're not going to run out of product because you don't need a lot to get good coverage, and sometimes you can even double up and use it as a foundation, which is really nice. Put a little bit extra right around my mouth and my nose just to kind of highlight a bit. I don't feel like this gives a lot of coverage as much as I would like for my under eyes. Let's move into cream bronzer and blush. I don't think I've tried these, or if I did, it was forever ago. So this is the Baby Got Bronze bronzer stick, and I got this one in Mocha Me Crazy. They're just like little chubby sticks. They're so freaking cute. Oh wow, that's actually a lot more rich and pigmented than I thought. So you guys know what I like to do is take my brush and dip directly into the product, and then from here apply it to my skin versus drawing lines on my face, because this just gives such a soft diffused look, and it makes the product, especially if it's a bronzer, just a little bit more manageable and easier to work with. And this is the Complexion Duo brush from e.l.f. That looks good. Very, very creamy. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. This smells like Lip Smackers. You guys know that brand? And it reminds me of my childhood. It kind of has a little bit of like a Sour Patch Watermelon Jolly Rancher kind of smell too. It smells delicious. This little thing is a lot more pigmented than I thought. Like, look at that bronze. Oh my gosh. Wow, I feel like in the summer this would be like a really good bronzer shade on me because it's very rich. I think it has a good amount of pigment and it blends really nicely. It's buildable. Essence. I love this little thing, and it's very travel friendly. If you want like a quick little bronzer moment, this is fabulous. Let's try the blush now. This is the Baby Got blush, and this one is in, what color? Tickle Me Pink. So cute. I'm using the same brush, by the way. I love the smell. It's just Lip Smackers, childhood summer. It's delicious. Oh my gosh, this color is so cute. I was not expecting these to be so pigmented and creamy and blendable. And I think these are like $4.99 or something. That's a gorgeous color. The thing is though, I just wish they had more shades. It's like that really light Barbie doll pink. It is stunning. I just can't get over the smell. It's so nostalgic. Let's set everything. I'm actually loving the cream products. These are double thumbs up. I'm in love. Wow. Really good. I love the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. You can top this over your makeup look. Like when all your makeup is done and you want a little bit more brightness after you set and everything, you can add this and it just gives such a nice bright under eye look. I'm gonna use this BK Beauty 109 brush. And I'm gonna set my under eyes with this. I did get another powder, but I like to use a separate under eye powder usually. Cause I don't know if the other one, maybe actually, I don't know if the other one's gonna be too dark for my under eyes, even though my under eyes are so bright already, but it's fine. Oh, I love this powder. $4.99, and it's seriously top tier when it comes to brightening banana powders. This is one of those OG products that is just, it's been around for forever. And it's just the go-to for a reason. Now this is why I didn't want to use this on my under eyes, because this is the Keep Me Covered Long Wear Powder. I've never used this before, but it has a little bit of kind of like a peachy, orangey undertone. So I was like, maybe that's too dark for the under eyes. So let's set the face with this. The way that that just looks so airbrushed. Oh wow, that looks really good. What color is this one in? Light medium. She is smooth, she is matte, but she is not dry. Oh wow, is this a powder foundation? Silky, lightweight powder texture for a smooth, natural finish. Oh yes, I knew it. I knew it because it just kind of elevated my makeup just now. It says it builds from medium to fuller coverage. So this is a pressed powder where you can use it to set your makeup, but it's gonna enhance the coverage on your face a little bit, which I think is really pretty. I don't really feel the need to add more bronzer. I feel like that Baby Got Bronze stick did such a nice job at warming up the skin. Love the color payoff that this has. But I am gonna add a little bit more blush and I'm gonna contour my nose. But for blush, I'm gonna use the Pure Nude Baked Blush. I feel like at first when I used these, I wasn't crazy about them because I felt like there was a lot of glitter, but I really do like the color Pretty Peach. I feel like once you get past that first layer, it just becomes this gorgeous, very smooth, pretty blush. And these do have such a nice silky texture. They kind of remind me of Milani baked blushes, which I love. And I love a good blush that's gonna give you color and glow all in one. So I'm gonna just emphasize the blush a little bit. You see that glow? I actually love this color. This one's one of my favorites. Pretty Peach. I like it more than this other color that I used because it actually does go on really smooth. I feel like it depends on the shade. Some of them do have a little bit more of a glittery undertone than others. But if you love a baked blush, you're gonna love this formula, especially this color. This is a really nice pinky peach shade. I think perfect for the spring, for summer. I also picked up the illuminating powder. This one is in the shade Sunkissed. So it's kind of like a glowy bronzer. Let's try this out. And you know what, before I dabble into this, let me take that golden shade and pop that in the inner corners. Not that I really need any more glow, but, ooh, that's gorgeous. I love Essence powdered products. I'm gonna just very lightly swirl my brush in here and just add a little bit more, Oh wow, that's actually pigmented. I'm so surprised. I mean, not surprised, it's just sometimes certain Essence products can be really light when you put them on, but this is actually really nice. It's a nice, like, glowy bronzer. Look at that shade right there. That is gorgeous. This could be a nice summer product that you just kind of dust everywhere in your eyes, your cheeks, and it gives you, it's kind of like a baked bronzer basically. But I like it because it's not really glittery. It actually goes on very smooth. It feels silky. Since we're talking about highlighter, if you guys didn't know, the Pure Nude highlighter from Essence is my all-time favorite highlighter in my collection. Literally hands down, if I could get rid of all my highlighters and only use one, it would be this one. It's the best. It's smooth. It just, I'm not gonna put more on because clearly I'm already very glowy, but this is just the perfect addition to any type of look that you're doing if you want a little bit of a glow. But it's like that glow from within where it goes on very smooth. It's kind of like this, but the shade is a little bit lighter, but it's just so smooth. It doesn't emphasize texture. I think if you have a lot of texture or if you don't like a lot of highlighter, you will love this. It comes in different shades, but I love the color number 10, Be My Highlight. Incredible. I have nothing bad to say about it. And I will always reference the fact that I wore this on my wedding day because that's how you know the love is real. I gotta contour my nose. So I'm gonna use the Contouring Duo palette in the shade Light, and I'm gonna use that shade for my nose because it's a little bit more on the ashy side, so it's perfect. Patrick Ta nose contour brush, by the way. I like to kind of blend it into my eyeshadow, especially when I have a look like this, because everything kind of just connects and blends together. Let's do a lip combo now. So I'm going to use the 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. This one's in the shade Cinnamon Spice. I love Essence lip liners. The retractable ones are great. They're very creamy, they're smooth, and they really do glide on the lips. This is a good color. I have a more pinky version to this and I love it, but I actually love this shade too. I love this color. The formula is so nice. Essence also makes really nice creamy lipsticks, but I want to try out this liquid lipstick. This is the 8 Hour Matte Liquid Lip, and this one I got in the shade Soft Beige, but these also come in a couple different shades. But I mean, duh, I had to get the nude color. I love a good liquid lipstick. I feel like a lot of people don't like them because they do have a dry reputation, but if you get the right formula, you can actually prolong your lip color throughout the day. Also, the key is just not using too much. because you don't really need to because it's so pigmented. I love this color. I'm really curious to see if it is gonna last through eating and everything, so I will keep you updated. And we're gonna add a gloss. This is the Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss in the shade Power of Nude. Essence used to make my favorite clear lip gloss. It was called the Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss, but then they changed the formula. So now it's Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. And I know they changed it because I know the formula to the other one, and this is not the same as that one. I think that one was better, but I still like lip gloss. And this color, I don't think I've ever tried before, so. Even the smell is a little bit different than before. I wish they didn't change it. It was the perfect clear gloss, but let's see. Oh, that's pretty though. I think apparently, yeah, this gives a little plumping. I don't really care about plumping, but let's see. I don't like the concealer. I can already kind of see like my under eyes, like just some of that darkness peeking through, and I don't like it, but I do like everything else. So let's finish up the eyes and talk about another product that I love, the Stay and Play Gel Pencil Liners. Absolutely amazing. The creamiest drugstore liners you will ever use. So if you like a bright waterline color, you will love the shade Silky Nude. Don't use white, use a creamy shade like this because it's a little bit, I mean, use white if you want, do what you want, but sometimes white can just be very kind of scary looking and it's very harsh. So if you switch it out for a nude color, it's still very bright, but it's a little bit more toned down and it doesn't look as scary. I also love black as well. And I did get a brown liner here. This one is in First Espresso, but I feel like black just really takes the look there. Let's start off with brown. Let's start off with brown first though. These just glide on, which I really like because, oh yeah, that brown's really pretty. Black is just like next level, smoky, sultry, but brown liner is gorgeous as well. They just go on effortlessly. You don't have to tug at your eyes constantly, and it's just literally such good colors as well, like your staples, your black, you got your brown, and then you also got your nude. These are the three colors that I feel like everybody needs in their collection, and they're just must-haves, and they're $5, so that's the best part. Put some of that bronzer, the darkest one, and I'm gonna just run that right on my lower lash line. Last but not least, I'm gonna use a actually really underrated setting spray. This one's really good if you like a matte finish. The Fix and Last 18-hour makeup setting spray. I don't know about the whole 18 hours. I've never worn my makeup for that long, but this is really good if you like a matte finish, and hopefully it's still available. I've had this for forever. My mister is a little bit messed up on it, but we're gonna just make it work. I love this makeup look, by the way. Like, can we talk about the fact that this literally looks high-end right now? Like, what? I don't think the mister on this is the best. Could be worse, but it could be better. But we are all done. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna chat about these products because I have some thoughts. Can we talk about the fact that this is all drugstore affordable makeup right here? This is why I always say, go wear what you want, do what you want. It's your world, your reality. When you go out in public, nobody knows if you're wearing a $10 foundation versus a $100 foundation. You can't tell a difference sometimes. It's all about just making it work. But let's talk about some of these because I do have a couple products in here that I feel like you can live without. They weren't really my favorites. Starting with the brow gel, this just really didn't do much at all for my brows. I like the fact that you can use it for your little flyaway hairs. If you like to slick your hair back a lot like me, it could work for that, but it's not something where I would say go out and buy it for that purpose. You know what I mean? Like, you can live without this, so that's a dud for me. The concealer is also a dud, and today kind of confirmed it again why I didn't love it the first time that I tried it. I don't like the coverage, I don't like the shades, I just don't like the way it looks after it's set. I don't know, something about this, it's just not my favorite. I feel like you can do better, and there's way better options at the drugstore. NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum, Flower Beauty Concealer Serum. There's just a ton of other better formulas that are gonna look better, give you better coverage with better shades. The Luminous Eye Tint, the liquid eyeshadow, I think this is gorgeous. I'm gonna rate this so far like an 8 out of 10 because I do wish it was a little bit more blendable. You do have to really take your time with this. Otherwise, it's just gonna dry so fast and you're not gonna be able to do anything with it. Especially with a darker color like this, the key is just using bronzer or darker browns to blend out the edges. But these do come in lighter shades, which I do want to try because I do love and appreciate how pigmented these liquid shadows are. I think they're really pretty. Overall, I still really like the eye makeup look. I just wish that they didn't dry as fast. Everything else, I have to say, I love Essence mascaras. Love the complexion. I think the primer and foundation combo actually worked out beautifully. Little update, I love the primer. I've used it several times with different foundations, but I don't love the foundation. I remember now why I don't like it, because it doesn't wear the best throughout the day. This is what the foundation and everything looked like after a few hours, and it just starts to look really splotchy, and it pretty much fades and separates, and it just doesn't look good. It almost makes my skin look dry and really patchy. So I would definitely skip out on this. Personally, I just think there's way better, more long-lasting foundations at the drugstore, and this one is just not it. I love it paired with the Keep Me Covered powder. It's so smooth. The powder gives a little bit more coverage, but it almost gives like this really gorgeous satin airbrushed look. And this is really good. If you need a new pressed powder, this one right here is great. It's affordable and it looks flawless on the skin for sure. I'm most impressed with these Baby Got bronze and blushes. Tiny, but wow, the pigment is there. I love the way these blend, and I love these two colors. Absolutely fabulous. 10 out of 10. The Baked Blush in Pretty Peach is my favorite out of all the shades. I think this is just beautiful. It's the least glittery, and I love that pigment and glow that you get. This is just giving high-end vibes. I love it. You guys know I love the bronzer palette. And then I also do like this little contouring duo palette for my nose. I honestly don't really feel like I'll ever use the lighter shade too much, maybe to set my primer, but I like the contour shade. This is nice. If you're more fair skin, I think you would like this little duo. I also really love this lip combo. It's very comfortable. I'm gonna have dinner and I'll let you guys know how it does wear and how this makeup wears throughout the rest of the evening. But I love the lip combo. The liquid lipstick feels super comfortable. It doesn't feel thick or dry. It actually went on really nice, and the formula feels thin, but it gave a good amount of pigment, just like a traditional liquid lipstick. I love the lip liner, and then the gloss is actually gorgeous. I don't notice any plumping or anything with this, but the shade is perfection. I think this right here is just like my perfect everyday lip combo. I really like it. The setting spray, the mister could be better. I don't think this is like definitely in my top 10 for drugstore setting sprays. I like currently the NYX Marshmallow setting spray and Milani Make It Last Matte. I think those are a little bit better, but you can see once everything dried down, it does give a nice matte finish. I just think the mister could be improved with this. But if you're on a crunch and you need something quick, it does work. Just check the mister before you buy it. Let me know what your favorite products are from Essence down below in the comments, because I am just so impressed with this look. I think there's a lot of gems from the brand, a couple of things that maybe you could skip out on, but overall, it's amazing. It's affordable. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every single week. Thank you guys for being here, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.